Budgets are tighter this holiday season, but it doesn't make it okay to re-gift.
Oh, does it? I don't see a problem with it. We're going to find out the real deal. What do you do also when you get a gift from someone you didn't buy a gift for? I know a lot of us not buying gifts this holiday season. With all the answers to your questions, I want to welcome etiquette expert Cindy Grasso of the Charleston School of Protocol. Great to see you.
Welcome, Cindy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is the time of year, you know, a lot of people not buying gifts, like I just mentioned. How do you accept it and then not feel guilty if you don't get a gift for someone?
Right. It's very hard sometimes to receive a gift graciously if you don't have something for someone else. So the best thing to do is just accept it graciously, say thank you, and then sort of make a little note that the next time that there's an opportunity to arise to give that person a gift, then go ahead and do it. But it's hard to do. It's hard. So people feel bad about that.
Should you announce it to people? Should, like, if Dave and I are talking, should I say, you know, just to let you know, I'm not buying these this year, or?
Oftentimes we do that within our family. We'll say, you know, we're not going to exchange gifts among the parents. We give it to the kids. And I think sometimes if it's family, it might be a good idea so that you don't, you know, you avoid an awkward situation.
Right.
And absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, what happens?
This is what,
I'm just laughing out loud because I'm thinking of stories.
We are.
But
the re-gifting
that's
thing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, we've all seen Seinfeld.
That's right.
And there's the label maker.
It may make someone very happy.
That's right. That's right. You know.
So is it okay to re-gift this year?
Yes, it is. And first of all, in economic times, people actually re-gifting is okay anytime. But in economic times, people are a little more thoughtful on putting something in the drawer or not. So, you know, there are certain gifts it is okay to re-gift, but there are certain things that are acceptable to re-gift, and certain things probably should not be re-gifted.
Do you have any of the ones that aren't?
Yes. Well, sized things. Like if you buy something and it's a certain size, that's probably not good. If you give something that's sort of an heirloom, a family heirloom, or a piece of jewelry, that's probably not. Now, if it's not a real piece of jewelry, if it's a fun piece of jewelry, that may be okay. But yeah, there are certain things that are not acceptable. But a box of chocolates, a bottle of wine, something small that you would give like a house gift or a hostess gift, absolutely is okay. And if you've gotten a gift that you've got 10 of, you know, maybe it's not
toasters. So when you get married, you get a lot of the repeat types of gifts.
Absolutely. And if you're not going to use it, and the other thing you can do is you can tell the person, you know what, I got this as a gift. And I've already got one. Or my kitchen is blue and your kitchen is green and this just doesn't match. I love it, but you know, you have a blue kitchen.
Just kind of play it off.
Right, and then, but you can still, you know, tell them up front and still allow somebody else to enjoy the use of it if you don't want to re-gift, so to speak.
And I see you say re-gift outside your circle, so Dave could give it to someone who maybe lives in Ohio, right?
Right.
Then I'd be like, why'd you give it to that guy?
Right, you don't want to pass it around the same circle.
Exactly. Now, and remove all wrappings. One time I got a gift and it still had the other little label that said so-and-so inside of it.
Right, and that happens. That's why it's important to unwrap it completely, check it, and then re-wrap it back. It's important to do that.
So what if it is a personalized gift like that and you really have no use for it? Should you take it to Goodwill?
Possible, absolutely. If you, or when you say personalized, you mean like a sized item or something like that.
Like sized or has your name on it.
Or that you don't really particularly care for, it's not the right color or things like that. Absolutely, you could take it to Goodwill or donate to somebody that needs a sweater or whatever that might be. Absolutely. Now the name on it's a little...
Well, Dave Williams is an easy name, so hopefully there's another Dave Williams.
I can give it to my dad the butcher.
Exactly. Well, we also can't forget, okay, I have a girlfriend, I don't know if you have one of these at home, ladies, but she's like, I bought this because this looked just like you.
Right.
And then you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I look like? So what do you do when you're like, thank you so much, but I hate this gift?
Right. Well, it's easy to accept.
You don't say that to their face.
It's easy to accept a gift that you really love. But sometimes you have to accept a gift that is not your favorite. And it may be an item that maybe you didn't choose. So instead of making a big deal about the gift itself, think about the thought. You know, because it is. What did your mom always tell you, right? It's the thought that counts, or you've always heard that a million times.
Right.
So really and truly, you know, say something like, oh, how nice of you to think of me this year, or thank you for thinking of me.
Now, Cindy, what if they expect to see you in that gift?
You wear it to the ugly sweater party that you just go to over the holidays.
I mean, it really kind of puts you in a sticky situation there.
Right, right. And sometimes there are people who will say, you know,
how are you liking this or that?
Right. And so, you know, there are gifts that probably should not be regifted for a lot of other reasons as well, you know. So
like the bunny costume in Christmas Story.
Exactly.
Just pull it out when Aunt Clara comes to town.
I love that.
Well, there's so many great things going on for the Charleston School of Protocol. You guys have a lot of stuff going on.
Right. We have a ton of stuff going on. We have a brand new little children's thing coming out. I won't say too much because he's not introduced yet, but he is the cutest thing that's coming out with a book and a plush and a monthly lesson for the parents, and it's the cutest thing. And then we've got our homeschool for kids and just stuff.
And you got to start them off young.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why we're doing it, because we've had a lot of requests for it, and this is done on just the cutest thing. So.
Well, you can go online to charlestonschoolofprotocol.com to find out more information on the wonderful school. And Cindy, and you're busy. I know you write in the Moultrie News as well.
Right.
All over.
Yep, having fun.
Yeah. Well, good to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you. You too.
I feel more mannerly.
Can I wear that ugly sweater now?
We'll get you one, if that's what you want.
I've got one, I'm sure.
Well, out of gift ideas for that person who already has everything, take a quick trip to the Walter Borough and discover unique creations at the South Carolina Artisan Center.
Very cool.
Up next.